Welcome back, Sacred Seekers. I am so excited that you are here with me on this episode. And I want to give a shout out to everybody who is new to my channel. I know that there's a couple of people who jumped on in the recent weeks. So welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. And thank you for, liking, subscribing, and engaging with my channel so more people can find the content that we speak about: sacred travel, ley lines, earth wisdom, and the conscious, intentional approach of engaging with our home planet, Gaia. And today I felt called to lead you into a little activation, into an Atlantean memory activation. We have just stepped into the season of Aquarius being a air sign, but also being represented by the water bearer, the figure, the being, in the Magdalene tradition. Of course, for me, she's very female. The water bearer, the metaphor, with that water jar as the new consciousness, as the carrier of information, a glimpse that we receive into the future, and a glimpse that you can receive into your future. And so I have been seeing that this is very much a month where we can expand into the spiral timelines of the future, but then also we still come from the Capricornian, deep rootedness. So where it collides and converges is really within your body. And there's a lot of memory being stirred when we collapse the timelines of the past, present, and the future in the here and now. It's kind of like a quantum field that you get to access. And what I've been seeing lately is really that there is such a huge wave of not just women but also men, human beings, awakening to different levels of awareness, to different levels of perception, consciousness, and also your very unique gifts, your very unique medicine. And a lot of us are also being called back to explore these ancient civilizations like Atlantis, like Lemuria. And it's very likely that when you feel drawn to places that are connected to the Atlantean timeline, which I feel is very present right now, but more in the sense of what can we learn from also the downfall to take it and turn it into something that will persist longer or more in the golden times, for where the threshold where we are at now. So when you have been feeling that, just know that there is a soul memory, that there is a cellular memory within you that is stirring and calling you back to explore. And specifically about the Atlantean timelines, there is a lot there when we just sit by a body of water or, the ocean, predominantly in places that have been touched by the Atlantean civilization. But in general, because water is a consciousness carrier, water is a preserver of information, of consciousness, and so are our own bodily waters, right? So what we're going into today is an Atlantean memory activation. And for those of you who feel called to really explore this on a very deep, mature level, I want to warmly invite you to check out the upcoming Atlantean Priestess Collective training. It's a 13-month priestess initiation training led by my dear friend and sister Priscilla Campos. She has also been on the podcast twice, so definitely check out her episodes. And I have the honor for the second time of being a guest teacher. So every month you go through different initiations, and there's going to be a guest teacher that, has the opportunity to speak to you, to teach, but also to give activations about the different chakras and to bring out this Atlantean memory. So if this is something that really stirs within your heart, check it out. I'm happy to put the links below. So let's begin, I would say. If you are in a space right now where it is not safe to receive this activation, so if you're driving, for example, then please pause and come back to it later. Otherwise, I am inviting you to make yourself comfortable, take a comfortable seat, or also laying down and preparing your body to receive, to come into a receptive position. And you may want to close your eyes. I'm just taking a little Palo Santo to clean and clear the space. The month of Aquarius is also the starting of the cleanse. Aquarius and then Pisces before we go into the next cycle. So this is where your body, your vessel is being prepared for the next soul iteration that wants to come in, that wants to pour through. It is also the age of Aquarius, the age of the prophets, the oracles, the Magdalene priestesses, the Messiah, not just Yeshua, but bearing that as a title. So coming into a deep breath and taking these breaths through the crown of your head, all the way over your third eye, your throat, your heart, deep down into your belly. Anchoring that here, creating, seeing, perceiving a golden serpent of light that is coiled at the base of your spine, and how that serpent is slowly waking and activating the lower chakras and awakening the sacred energy in your creational center, in the center of your stability, your safety, your rootedness into this earth plane. And then diving all the way into your womb waters. And the center is active, whether you are female or male, whether you have a physical womb or not, or no more. Just see, feel, and perceive that body of water, that flat surface that is like a mirror. And I want you to look into that mirror and to really see your facial features, to acquaint yourself with who that is, that person that is looking into the mirror. So whether this is a young woman, a maiden, a crone, a wise woman, just see whoever appears to you. Maybe this is not even you at all, but a guide, a guardian for you that is serving as a reflection for things that you cannot see at the moment. So this is a threshold crossing. This is a peeking through the veils of your oracular notions, oracular features, where the heavens and the earth collide. And so this being, this person, is drawing you into the waters together with the rainbow serpent, with this golden serpent of light. And you're being asked to bathe in your own womb waters. Feeling and receiving the activation of a orange and yellow plasma ankh that is being handed to you in the water. So hold that for a moment, hold that for a second, as that ankh serves as a key that is going to spiral you deeper and deeper and deeper through the different bodies of water and waterways, like a siphon that is pulling you down, spiraling you down into deeper waters as you reach the ocean and you reach the bottom of the ocean, and you find yourself in an Atlantean timeline underwater, fascinating and surprised that you can actually breathe underwater. So taking a couple of breaths and also feeling and seeing how your feet change into a mermaid's tail or merman's tail. Wiggle this tail for a moment to just be in awe about its functionality and how practical it is for you to move around underwater. How it allows you to flow almost like weightless. And so there is a glittering stream and rays of sunlight that are hitting the surface of the water from above. And under the surface, you see how this entire world gets illuminated. So open your eyes and open your heart, open your third eye to remember what it is to be part of a crystalline world in the crystalline waters where everything is woven into the fabric of consciousness, whether it is the coral, the fish, the various beings that are living under and above the water. And as you become aware of this colorful crystalline world that is around you, you also become aware that everything is moving in synchronicity. Everything is one. There is one pulse that is uniting every being that lives here. For the water also carries information and carries consciousness very swiftly. And the wave, the ripples, the vibration of everything moving, every tiny seagrass that makes a movement in the waves of the ocean gives a ripple, and you're feeling that ripple. So taking a moment to really go into your bodily sensations. Feeling the tips of your fingers tingle, feeling a light brush of energy at your right shoulder or maybe your left waist. These ripples of the water, these ripples of energy and vibration as you feel that blissful state of harmony, of balance, of unity. And you can already hear the chattering sounds of the dolphins and can also make out the lower, sonar, very nurturing tones of a whale family that is close by. And the whales are your soul family, so allowing them to really permeate your entire being with their frequency, the song that they are singing. And it touches your heart, it touches your entire being from within, cracking open DNA, cracking open cellular memory, to know that you are one and to know where your place has once been, to know where your place will be, and to know where your place and what your path, your calling, your mission is in this exact moment right now. See two dolphin friends approach you in their joyful manner as they play around and they invite you to play along. So without even thinking about it, you just dart off your tail, really catapulting you into a jet stream in and out that you jump and that you cross with the dolphins. Feel the water, the texture of the water, the temperature of the water, and also the softness, maybe the pressure where the stream is more intense. Feel all of that and feel how you are a living part of that organism, that one organism that is a pulse of life. And the dolphins bring you to a beautiful crystalline temple that is glittering in the sunlight in all different shades of green, of blue, even gold and diamond white. See all the spires and the decoration with the different precious and semi-precious stones, and how that palace is perfectly intact still for millennia of years under the depth of the blanket of water, the protection. For this is only a place that can be sought out by the one with an open and pure heart. And your two dolphin guides lead you to the entrance of the temple as the king and the queen of this old timeline welcome you. And within their features, you can make out familiar facial expression. You can make out a memory that you know you've not just been here before, but you've been one of them. Maybe you have been the priest, you have been the priestess, you have been the elder, you have been part of the council, the king, the queen, the priestess, the princes and the princess. As there is a warm welcome, as they welcome you home, an embrace, you are being given your very own trident, a trident as a symbol of the Holy Trinity, a trident as a symbol of energy mastery. You being in your full power, in your aligned, attuned, and plugged into source, spiritual maturity to direct your life force in the most beneficial way for yourself and for others. So they lead you into the Holy of the Holiest of the temple as you cross 7 spires that feel underwater, but they also feel very galactic. And each of the portals has a different color, a different precious stone that it's made of, and a different soul ray, a different chakra point and energy line that is being activated within your body. And you start to walk the gates. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. And on the count of 8, you arrive into the holy sanctuary, this innermost sanctum where only the initiated has access to. As you enter that chamber, there is an iridescent glow of light that lights up as you enter the chamber. For this is your very own soul chamber. This is only open to you as it opens to your very specific soul frequency. And you activate the chamber by starting to tone, to sing, to hum, to bring out a sound and your very own frequency. Because the chamber and the codes in the chamber, the keys, the activations, they react to the soul and the sound of your voice, your frequency. feel how the entire memory grid of Atlantis is being unlocked for you right now as you start to sing. And you begin to remember that as a mermaid, as a merman, as a follower, a guide, a steward of the Atlantean crystalline wisdom, you worked with sound, you worked with frequency, you worked with your very own voice and crystals, and then in the knowing that all is one, in the knowing that your word is a spell. Everything that you think, everything that you say is manifested in physical form. It is you, the alchemist, bringing spirits into physical form through that. So if you feel that there is constriction in your throat, if you feel that there was a timeline that this wisdom needed to be behold, or that this wisdom, that gift was silenced, then very gently allowing your nervous system to calibrate to the codes of it is safe now, it is safe. You are entering a different timeline. You are entering the golden age. Not the old one, but a new one. A new one. And as you come into that trust and the awareness hits you that this is actually true, your body almost energetically bursts open in a reaction of light as diamond white light and gold and plasma light floods every cell of your being. And from your heart there is a stream and a beam that shoots up all the way through the top of that chamber and all the way through the different layers of the water, merging with the sunlight and beaming back over the surface of the water, beaming back into the cosmos as you have remembered who you truly are, as you have remembered who that person, who that body, who that spirit, and who that soul in essence truly is, and the power that you hold. The power to steer everything back into harmony and into balance. For this is the natural order of things. Weaving consciousness, co-creating with the earth, co-creating with Gaia and with the pulse of life that we are all part of, that is Source, that is God. Whatever name you hold. Taking 3 deep breaths in that chamber and feeling how all the codes that are not just swimming, but really hovering in that chamber that is full of all the elements right now. You are in the water, but there is codes of air, little bubbles of light that are carrying ancient scripture and ancient language that is bursting in the palms of your hands, that is going into your throat and bursting in your throat, bursting in your larynx, that are touching every particle of your outer skin, informing and activating the power of the word, the power of frequency and vibration and language. There is the element of fire. See how little fireballs are dancing in the water, and you remember that this is your starfire, that you are a starfire priestess, starfire priest holding the Magdalene lineage, the Venus lineage, the Mars lineage, the Venusians. That inner union that comes alive when water and fire are no longer polarities, but they actually dance together within your bloodstream and your cells. So allow that to happen, and then recognize yourself as earth, as flesh and bone, the incarnation of spirits made of Gaia's elements. And you're also the fifth element, as the ether, as the space, the time-space continuum around you makes itself known. Within that, you can exist in every form, in every plane, in every dimension that you and your soul decide. Anchoring all of this in, placing both hands over your heart, drawing deep breaths into your heart as you might feel an expansion or a physical reaction in your chest. Also bringing your hands to your pelvic floor, your pelvis, your hips, drawing 3 deep breaths in here to activate within the chakras of the palms of your hands, your creational center. And then moving your hands all the way up to your throat, re-establishing, remembering, repairing the connection of your womb space, that portal of creation, with the center of your speech. Making your last sounds, hums, expressions, and then releasing with a sigh. As the illuminated chamber starts to go back to normal again, and you realize that the activation is complete. For now, it is done, it is done, it is done. And your 2 Atlantean guardians, the king and the queen, the high priest, the high priestess, they lead you back to the entrance of the crystalline temple. And it is not the same entrance that you came, for you are not the same being anymore. It is another portal that releases you back into the water, that releases you back into the next iteration of self, of maybe service, of maybe mission on your path. Having gained clarity of who you are and what it is that you carry into the world. And that what you carry is desperately needed as guidance for others in this time right now. And as a farewell, both cross their tridents and they point them at you. And through the motion and the ripples in the water, there is a current that's being created that is turning into a greater spiral, allowing you to move up again. And your dolphin friends are accompanying you all the way back to the surface. And chattery voices accompanying you with the joy that you have come to visit, but also the joy and the knowing that you will fulfill your path as you go back above the water, as you go back to the earthlings, into the human world, bringing the codes as a steward of Atlantean memory. And wherever you place your hand, wherever your feet walk, and wherever you sing or speak, that frequency is being emanated into the world. And everybody who gets in touch with it remembers the spark of light within themselves. As you have reached the sandy beach or the rocky shore, wherever you are, bidding farewell to the waters, placing your hands, the palms of your hands, the fingertips, one last time into the water as you have activated a very different connection with the water right now. Bidding farewell and also gratitude for what you have experienced. And then you may anoint yourself with these water codes. So making a little symbol of the ankh on your forehead, on your heart, on your womb space, or any other part of the body that you want to bless, and where you want to remember and repair and restore that balance within. Bringing in and integrating the fractures and fractals that have been hidden, suppressed, or cast away, bringing them back. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so from here, walking back into your city, walking back into your house and the room that you are, coming back into the present moment, as you start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, as you maybe start to yawn to bring more fresh energy back into your body. And when you feel grounded, again, placing your feet onto the floor, taking 3 deep breaths, whispering or saying aloud to yourself, I am here, I am here, I am here. And then I welcome you back as you open your eyes and come back to the screen again. Welcome back. You look different. You look refreshed. You look radiant. Thank you for journeying with me, and thank you for going with me into that Atlantean recalibration. So may this spark inspiration for your path ahead. And if you feel called to travel deeper with these Atlantean codings and all the different soul and chakra rays, please check out Priscilla's upcoming training that I will be a guest speaker of, the Atlantean Priestess Collective. And as always, I am sending you much love, and I encourage you to explore the extraordinary. I will see you next time.